So one of the very common, because of the forward intention and forward force that we need to have, one of the very, very common mistakes, I think, is the leaning. Just a very, very, very slight internal bit of lean. You know, of course, some people might do it very obviously like this, right? But others, including sometimes ourselves, our students, you know, they do usually a little bit from the pelvis area, it's leaning forward like this, you know. So this, it may not look like I'm leaning because the tailbone is still beneath the crown of the head. If I'm like that, right? If I do it this way, side onto that camera, yeah. So this may not look like I'm leaning, but I actually am, just a tad. Now, if Tom lets go, now here, there was a little bit of a movement. What I did feel, see with pants, if I'm wearing pants you can't really tell, but what I did feel is the ankles there and the shins and the thighs, if I'm going like this, as you let go, I have to, you see the ankle's now tight, I have to grip and grab and almost grab with the toes as well, grab the floor to make sure I don't fall forward, right? So of course, as I said, sometimes it's an obvious lean, which the whole spine is tilted forward like this, right? So if you let go of that, I will fall forward and I'll hit, and I'll say, see, that was forward force. That's just a proper lean, right? But some people do it more subtly, and that is just usually from the pelvis going forward, and very much in control of that lean, i.e. if he lets go, I'll hold myself here, right? So even that little bit of lean we need to get rid of, right? So later on, when you guys practice the testing the forward force exercise, stuff like that, this will sort of come out, because as you're moving, if Tom suddenly lets go, if I'm very honest to myself, and it's not about what they think or what they see, or you have to be honest with yourself in your own training and ask yourself, was there any kind of a clenching anywhere in the body or bracing to stop yourself from going forward? Or was it that, you know, it's just like I'm doing this, as I'm going like that, just like in 𝐶 𝐬𝑡𝐻, as I go like this, there is no movement here, there's no bracing required because the body is nice and balanced. Now, can I take that balance while I'm touching hands and while he's trying to hit me, while he's defending, can I have it so that doesn't get affected? You know, that's the real idea of balance and not leaning. Yeah? Okay, so just check that you're not leaning. In the ones within the leaning, there is certain movements that make us lean more, you know, so maybe in this one, not much leaning from both of us, because you're just going like that and I'm just doing this. However, in this one, because I'm the one initiating, usually this is the one that people lean with, right? They go like this. If they go, I'm going like that to come up, just a tad bit. If I do it more subtly, like that. But if you suddenly let go, then I have to, you see that's the bracing. My abdominals there, my shins, everything was bracing to stop me from falling forward, right? But usually we don't let go, and usually, again, if I'm just coming up and you don't let go, you just go to 𝐵𝑜𝑛G 𝐶, he might feel like, wow, that's a lot of force is coming, but it's not realistic force. If you're giving that force out in a realistic situation, if I intercept your punch or your guard by that, if you just step back and do something like this, I'll fall forward.
Yeah, you've given me a whole weight.
Yeah.
That's the thing, you think about trying to initiate from your mass, but it turns into a push, in which case you've lost control of the whole situation.
Exactly. And even if I'm not giving you the whole weight, like you said, even if I'm only giving you 3% of my balance, that 3% is, it won't just diminish 3% of your power, it will diminish a lot more, because you're losing that much control. You're not losing just that much weight, you're losing that much control, and control is everything. You've got to have ownership of this. The balance, Taigong saying balance is the number one thing. That's our power source, that's our engine. Without that, we can't smoothly do the things that we can do.